I'm a third generation Local 73 member. Went through an apprenticeship, worked only in fab shops. After being a superintendent at a previous company for almost 3 years and running about 25 people, had one of those entrepreneurial stroke moments and just decided it was had enough time left in the trade, might as well give it a shot and see if we could pull it off on our own.
John and Dan had been in coursework, had done business plans, had gone through this process before, thinking that it could have gone in a lot of different directions, but really unified about sort of what the mission was, where we were going, and I think that helped a lot.
The majority of our work is roof equipment accessories. We specialize in curb adapters. We're one of the few actual union curb adapter manufacturers in the area. We also make fan curbs, equipment rails, curb caps, anything that would go to support equipment on the rooftop. And then the other side that we specialize in is all welded duct, specifically black iron and stainless steel.
We got to be a lot more nimble, and for a while we were leaning into doing more facility work. So we were making these cool, like welded staircases.
What we're really trying to do is specialize in the weird, in the things that need to be built, in the custom solutions kind of situations, and then also just being able to produce everything at a really high quality.
We made props for the TV show, The Bear, that's on Hulu. We made the bear cage for that. We've made props for Chicago Fire and Chicago Med, so for the film studio that's in town. We ended up leaning harder into more of the custom side when there wasn't as much of the curb adapter, roof curb, all the other work that's more of our bread and butter.
So I think you have more of that, not having to focus so much on a volume side versus being smaller, having a smaller footprint gives us a lot more flexibility to really take on some of the projects that larger shops would kind of shy away from because it messes with their core production work.
This is an industry that I think actually thrives off of competition, and the way that we have relationships with our competitors is a really sort of beautiful relationship because there is this real desire for everyone to succeed. You know, it's the rising tide raises all ships. So rather than getting pushback from competitors, there was some mentorship and some help. So we went into this with a lot of people on our side already, really wanting this to work out.
Our relationship with SMACNA has been great. The network and having an actual network of not only competitors, but potential customers and getting vibes of what's going on in the industry, it's been absolutely invaluable.
There's so much support, there's so much community. I really do think that SMACNA, everybody involved in it, they want everyone to succeed. They know that our industry is doing well if more people are using union labor. And I think the other thing that is so cool about this industry is really understanding the world of the union trades. How much respect I have for the craftsmanship that I see come out of this shop. It's been life-altering.
It's been an adventure. There's so many things that you can't plan for along the way that you just kind of have to learn on your feet or get presented with a new situation or something you never thought of before.
I am coming from a world of academia, right? I have a PhD in early modern literature, and coming from that world into a world where I'm like literally watching people welding things that go on to giant rooftops that keep that building safe and well heated and well insulated and cooled. That's so cool. It's so tangible and so real. And there's so much skill and critical thinking and high level decision making that has to go into that work that I wish could be understood more broadly. I think that message is starting to get out there. I think people are investing more into these real, the trades, like the real specialized skilled trades, and having a respect for how much that skillmanship, that craftsmanship really matters.
We love the mom and pop vibe. We have a ton of fun. We try and make sure that everybody just feels appreciated and respected, and that's really at the core of what we're trying to do. We're trying to put our values out there as well as a high quality product.
I look at the lives that people who work here are able to have. I look at the life I'm able to have because my husband is a union sheet metal worker. The safety that I have in knowing I've got really good health care, that he's gonna get a pension, that we have sort of this foundation that allows our lives to be at this solid level where we can grow from there and take risks like starting this company, which would not have been possible if we didn't have that foundational structure behind us. And then all the people we're competing with, right? So you're interviewing Kevin and Sue at Sheet Metal Works. They're paying their guys just as much as we're paying ours. I'll compete with people like that who share that value system and who are providing real quality life for anybody who is under their employ. And I think that's an aspect of this that I hope really gets shared out. Just how much value there is in working at a place where you know you're employing people ethically.
The advantages of being a small shop is definitely our versatility. We're always willing to try something new. If somebody comes in and they need a very specific piece, we'll 3D model it for them, work with them back and forth, get the approval, and then be able to manufacture what they're looking for.